Not sure what happened. I will give this a few minutes again. Let me see what the deal is here. I may rename that little video. Let's see. Let me see something. 3 minutes ago. Hi, you guys. All right, give it a couple minutes. I'm gonna do something with this thing. This one. I'll put short intro. Part 2 of 2. Part 2 of 2. Part 2. Part 2 of 2. I'm gonna keep this up here. And maybe just name it something else, because I started with I'll rename it something else, like Help the Children, Intro to Part 2 of 2. Okay. All right. Wow, I'm not sure what happened. Well, we are back, and let's let the folks get in. I was completely shut out, and I'm thinking just welcome on in. I was completely shut out. Muffin Top, it's been a while since I've seen you all. Welcome to WCIA Network. If anyone has just joined, I'm trying this again. We were shut down. I was completely shut out as I was going through a channeling, basically, of these Nana Angels videos. So what I was saying, welcome back to WCIA Network, where everything I do and say falls under Section 107 of the Copyright Act 1976. Everything I do here is for the sake of the children. It is for bringing justice to the children through the eyes of the children. I wasn't going to bring up these Nana's angels until I was basically told, oh, hell you are. And then I was cut out, and we'll see if I keep that up or not. I feel as if these children that are speaking for her and asking for money are SUMMERWELLS children. I feel like they're being abused. I have reported it. I've reported them. And I reported it as child abuse. Child abuse. That's right. Leave the children alone. This comes from the videos. I see particular faces within these videos. And those are faces asking for help. These are faces I have seen and been looking at for over 2 years. These are not children. To me, spiritually speaking, channeling as I do here, they're not children just asking for money because their Nana died. These are children that need help. However you want to look at it, that's how I see it, and I only can speak my truth. Nana's channel has always given me incredible information. to help bring justice to the children. Always have and still is. Her channel's still giving information to bring justice to the children. I want the authorities to notice the cars in the background. I want them to notice the children and the abuse that they have on their faces. Look at the trucks. Watch the channel the same way I have been watching this channel. The children within this channel need help. I feel it. I see it. I recognize abuse when I see it. I am not the authorities. I only have right to say what I do because this is what I see. That's it. I have no proof. None. Because everything I do and say here falls under Section 107 of the Copyright Act 1976. I speak my truth the way that I see it. And so help me God. These kids need help. I wasn't planning on even touching this. Every time they put a video up, you guys, it's worse for me. Each time. So I am here to tell you that I see the faces of the Idaho 4. I see the faces of the SUMMERWELLS missing children. I see it. I see what they put on their heads. I see what they're doing to them. And it continues to be told through Nana's channel. It always has been told to me through Nana's channel. Always has. And as far as I see it, it's continuing. These children need someone to come to their rescue. This is why I reported it. I reported this. Why? Because I feel it. Something really bad is happening within these videos. Something really bad. And it's being televised. That's what I have to say about this before I go on to continue my information that I was reviewing before I had to get off. The videos that are being shown is nothing less than SUMMERWELLS missing children, and it's the Idaho 4 I see sacrifice. I see horrific sadness. I see abuse. I see faces asking and begging to be let out. I cannot see anything past this. I can't. It's sad. It's very difficult to look at, and it's not because they're asking for money. It's because I feel the pain of the children. That's it. So this is to the children of the SUMMERWELLS missing children. And this is to the ones that are sitting here right in front of us. I hope and pray the authorities listen and they go find you. This face wants to be found, you guys. She doesn't want to raise money. She's being forced to raise money. They're being forced to do this. It's all this is a continuation of what I've always seen on her channel. All of this. All of this. All of it, you guys. It hasn't changed. So here's to the children of the Nanny Angel videos. All I could do is hope and pray that my report I sent in is taken seriously and they come get you. Because they need help. On that note, we're going into where I left off on part 1. Part 1 is the Vigil of SUMMERWELLS, and I feel full-heartedly this is the full circle of Summer Moon, and this is what her vigil was for her. This is where I stopped it. It's 6 minutes and 12 seconds. And watch what happens. Put a 1. Let me know you could hear it.
You guys, this is SUMMERWELLS' vigil.
Thank you.
Oh, my hand just got real hot. Oy. You guys are gonna have to stop when my hand's starting to burn up. That means that there's something burning in these things. There's like oof, my hand is like partially numb. I may have to stop and come back. These are skeleton pieces. What I'm going to do Yeah, this is intense. What I'm going to do is go through this after I I have to shake my body off. It's, yeah, my right hand. No, my left hand. So my left hand is going. It's like I'm losing. Yeah, see, we're headed into a real big, like it's going where I can't move it. So, like, we're headed into this part of the video is just, I need my psyche needs a break before I get deep into this. See this? Because whatever is back here, right in here, right there. This is painful. This part's very painful. And I'm going to stop it here. This is SUMMERWELls' Vigil. And I'm stopping here because my left hand is no longer able to do what it needs to do. But I do want you guys to take a look at what's going on here. That hand is not connected to a body. That arm is not connected to a body. And that's super obvious. See, I told you my left hand, see? My left hand is numb, like I can't move it. That's why, because that is someone's left arm. So I need to stop for now. That's someone's left arm. I feel it, like I just said, my arm feels like I can't move it, right? I didn't know that was coming. And it's real cold, and it won't, and that's the hand that I use on my computer. So I can't continue right now, unfortunately. It's just not moving very well. And this is why. This group, they're holding trophies of people, and they're holding it tight. And that's the arm. Yep, I have to. My arm feels, it actually feels like it's frozen. Like it's frozen. So this is coming from this screenshot. So you guys could take a screenshot and look at it yourself, because this comes straight from the video. This straight from the video. Next time I come on, I will show you the PDF, and we will do it from there. Wow. We'll leave it right there. You guys, I will be back. Thank you all so much.
Okay, so that happened last night, and that is why I had to call it a night. It was very intense. It continued, and what I did was I continued that through gathering information for today's presentation. So what I did is I used that energy I use that energy to gather the information that I'm being like directed to. And it works really well. And that's what happened last night. So I'm now going to show you a presentation that is 93 pages. Everything in this presentation brings Summer Moon Wells' Vigil and what is going on here full circle. Everything that I'm going to show you here is at this vigil. Tim Mullen was one of the very first characters on scene. Anyone that wasn't here 2+ years ago, Tim Mullen showed up as their social media director. He put out videos and I just sat back and gathered. I don't even know what the hell I was gathering. I'm grabbing the photos. I'm listening to his stuff. I'm like, I didn't even know what he was saying. It made no sense. It looked like clowns coming together for a circus. This photo I gathered right in the beginning. Looked funny to me. I mean, I don't even know what was in here. This was Tim leaving the bread making at the church in Kingsport. Robin Lane put together an event right after, the week after she disappeared. I think it was the week after. I don't remember. And it was all about making this bread. Tim Mullen made a whole to-do. I'm going to get the bread. You know, Robin Lane, I met her at the bread making and she gave me some bread to take with. Gave the bread, he puts it on his motorcycle and shows these briefcase of information. I'm like, this guy is showing me stuff that I need to pull to the side. Full circle means the information that I gathered from the beginning now shows to be a very important information. This here is Summer Moon Wells' trophy. This here is what you find at the vigils. This here is Summer Moon. This is the equipment, and this tells Summer Moon's story. It became extremely clear last night because last night's video showed everything. This is that little phone with the V that goes to all these vigils. This here is so significant that it's in every vigil. Crystal, his poster tells a story as well. You are correct. Crystal, you are very right. His poster tells the whole entire story. There's a big, huge banner that he puts, I believe it's at the park where the church is, where the church people sit. It tells the story. That will be the front of anyone's documentary like mine. This is the V. This is Summer Moon's stuff that goes to the vigil, and this is part of her story. This is the Summer Moon story. You are looking at the exact piece that is being held at her vigil. This here is this thing. Let me turn it. So the information, you could find this at the Idaho 4 on that creepy guy's head. This here is this. This is this. So all of a sudden, over 2 years later, we are still seeing the same elements from 2 years ago. This here is exactly what the creepo weirdo has in his arms. It's right here. This is the V on the white. This is the fake frickin' phone. Here's the equipment that is the microphone at the church. This is the equipment, the microphone that Madeleine McCain has. This all travels. It all travels. You see, because I was directed to grab certain information in the beginning, you all dumbasses were deleting stuff. It didn't matter. Didn't matter. Because this is what she has in her hand. See the phone? Fake phone with the V. Fake phone with the V. Tim Mullen. That fake phone with the V is in every case I have. Every case. It doesn't change. If you want a little closer look, here it is right here. Right here. Right here is the V with the phone. Right there. That is the same thing as this. Put a one. Oh, thank you. You guys already know what I'm going to ask. Thank you, Muffin Top. Rumple. Yes, these are the same. I've kept every photo that looks like that, including this one. These are the same. So this is just page number 1. Right? And each page in this presentation is going to give you that kind of same information. That's what I'm going over. That's what I'm showing you guys. Is this information. And that everything I'm going to show you are their cookie cutters of each other. See, here's Idaho 4. This is the same thing. This is the same thing. So one day it's going to be understood that it's the same thing, right? Because here it is. It's the same thing. I'm showing it for that reason. This is being shown. Let me crop it smaller and put it over the Idaho 4 guy. Watch. So I'm going to cookie cut this right on top. Here's Summer Moon Wells's. Here's Idaho 4. Here's Summer Moon's. That is this. Was that someone's dad? Rumpel. I don't know. I don't get into any of the people. I don't talk about I don't get into that. So I don't know. That's up to the authorities to look at, right? But what I do know is that this is all the same. And this is just element number 1, page 1. This all comes together. This all winds up at the vigil. Everything on this dude's motorcycle is Summer Moon Wells's elements. All the way to the V, to the L. Everything on this guy's back of his fake motorcycle spells out Summer Moon Wells. Everything. He thought he was so clever showing it at the end of the video. Look, there's the L, there's the V. Do you know that this follows Summer Moon in all of her videos? That right there, these letters are engraved on people's arms. They're engraved on the parents' arms. They're engraved on Benny's arms. This is at the vigil. And let me tell you, because he put it at that clock, that is right by the train station in Kingsport, Tennessee, at 6:25, that clock reads. There's a whole story within the story. This is Summer Moon Wells's vigil. Some reason the story is told to us. It is being told to us. I'm here to make sure I tell you what I hear to be true. Some of the photos are going to be difficult to see because they're not so bright. If I brighten up the darkness, it goes away. So if I brighten up and try to show you the smiley face at the end of these sticks, it disappears. But the smiley face is back there. I see it. I know it's there. Summer Moon, we will find you. This is a treasure hunt. These events are to find them. They have been scattered about. Scattered about. The elements and the photos and the little critters of information that you're going to see at this vigil have been shown to you in the last 2 years. Summer Moon Wells's vigil is right here. I believe Michael Vaughn was here with her. I believe that this is more than 2 children. This is more than just Summer Moon at the sacrifice. You see, this is a sacrifice that is not in the place that you think it is. Within these photos, they have split the screen. Let me show you this up front. They have split the screen where they're bringing 2 situations together. The screen has been split as a deep fake. So when you see this, what's going on at the left and what's going on the right of the screen will always be different. It's two different locations. I know that. They can't fool the WCIA network family anymore. This is a split screen. This is not all in one location. They brought it together. The water I'm going to show you doesn't even match up. You're looking at summer moon wells in the leaves, in the bushes. The sacrifice creates, oh my God, so much pain. But this is what happened the night that you're looking at. What you're looking at here, what's left of summer moon that I showed you guys, I said, this is summer moon. These are pieces of her being kept as trophies. I'm like, one day I'm going to understand the little teeny critters and understand what those little heads and shapes are. This Vigil has them all. They make her her face is like a little chipmunk. That little chipmunk face is right in the Vigil, hanging right in her basket. These two match, you guys. The one to the right and the one to the left, they both have hearts on their eyes. They match perfectly. What they're doing here at this Vigil is giving Summer Moon her sacrifice. These little teeny critters that surround this tree can be found on the right-hand side. This face is Summer Moon. The critters that are surrounding her in that photo, as they show up slowly, will match the ones we've been looking at. Here. These are the same. And the children that are trying to get justice all went through the same process. They all have these things. All of a sudden, in the middle of their vigil, is that damn horse head that I have been searching and trying to find. The first time I saw that was on the t-shirt. Do you guys remember the t-shirt? I'm like, I know I keep seeing that. I don't understand why it keeps showing up. And every time something shows up, that's how I know to look and to hold on to it. For those that weren't here in the beginning, this photo was a major photo. It was this girl's cover photo on February 1st. Her cover photo, she changed it really fast. The few things that I found in here are the things that I still point out today. The things that I find in here are things that just didn't make sense. And what didn't make sense was his t-shirt. Go back here. His t-shirt. This t-shirt, I wanted to see something, sorry. I'm like, I circled this. So it's not about him. It was telling me to pay attention. Pay attention to this symbol. Pay attention to it because it's very important. It's important to Summer Moon Wells' process, that this is something that the children recognize. This is something that the children know of. You see, I'm shown items that the children know about. This. It's a very large part for them, you guys. And those little things in the middle, that is a very, very large part of their sacrifice. This goes in their mouth. This goes in their mouth. Come here, sweetie. What's wrong? He's upset. This goes in their mouth. That's the little heart on the end. Or the V or whatever that is. This is medication. You guys, this is medication. I've shown these many times, but I've never seen them like that. Never. Summer Moon Wells, every one of these kids, they do have a chair. Summer Moon Wells is medication. Her stick that I'm showing you right here. Right here. Hers is right here on her chair. That's Summer Moon's. Do you understand that these are trophies? This here is the same thing that this person is holding a ton of. You see? This is the stick of importance. This is the stick of importance. That is Summer's stick, right on Summer's chair. This is Summer Moon Wells' Vigil. This is Summer Moon Wells' tree. This is where I stopped the other day because an arm was showing. Once I got past the feeling and letting it go, I was able to go within the video. The information inside this video is SUMMERWELLS' sacrifice. I'm not really quite sure how else I could say this any louder or any clearer. Every piece of information in this video needs to be pulled apart by the authorities, and they will see where Summer Moon is. Pieces of her are. There's the smiley face. There's the arm. There's the lumberjack guy. The smiley face is all the way at the end. You guys, these are trophies that have been collected. This is a trophy of an adult arm. These are trophies. These are trophies. These are people that are dirty, they're underground, and they're being sacrificed. They are being sacrificed. Everything within this video shows that this is a location of secrecy, and these people are being sacrificed. They have stuff on their heads, they have stuff around their neck, they have body parts, they have so much information here that really should not be ignored. What I'm showing you here, you guys, is the product of 2 years plus of Summer Moon showing me the importance of these pieces. The pieces right here, I would never see if they weren't pointed out over 2 years ago. Never. It's right here. That face, I'm not saying it's him. That's the same face of the guy that we've been looking for. You know that? That's the same face of this guy. Right there. Right there. This to me is Summer Moon, and it's a 16-year-old or an 18-year-old with her. In the video, allegedly Cammie says something about a child screaming, a 16-year-old child that's screaming, and he stops the person from screaming. These videos have the voices of Summer in them, saying mommy. It's the same voices that are within these videos are the same voices that are within the Idaho 4 videos, the same voices that they say that they hear Summer in other videos. They're voices that are put in there from the sacrifices. They're in the Vigil videos. She's screaming. She's talking. They placed it in there with music as part of the memory. It's all in there. What you see here is, to me, Summer and Michael Vaughn. The feet and these little things that show up that I call critters are throughout the video really clear. They're actually getting pretty muggy looking. But these are sacrifices of children being sacrificed. They're being placed in water. They have things, masks on their heads, and it's clear enough that the authorities could see it. They have those things around their necks. Look at the heads. This is a sacrifice. This is a ceremony. This is a ceremony, you guys. There's that phone that I just showed you. And that's also the phone that matches the Idaho 4 weird dude guy. It matches anytime I show the phone. And whatever is on, I'm calling Summer Moon, is not her hair. It's the mesh. It's all the white mesh that this person is covered in. I'm calling her Summer Moon, because she is a SUMMERWELLS child. She's a SUMMERWELLS child. She is covered in the white mesh with the hearts in her hair. Let me brighten this up. These children get covered in. That's the mesh. I believe this to be her true sacrifice. Yeah, there's so many faces that repeat at this point that it's incredible, Crystal. There's a lot. The situation that you see at hand, it just keeps repeating. Like, it's so clear in the video, it's not as if it's under or deep faked. It's in the video. There's nothing covering what's around their necks. There's nothing covering that this is underground. There's nothing covering that these people have mud all over them. The shoes that these children have on remind me of the shoe that they found on property. And I'm going to see if I could get a clearer picture of it. But what's happening to the right is what's going on underground. In the darkness, this is what's happening. These are true sacrifices, you guys, and these are people that are going through the motions with SUMMERWELLS missing children. These are people that are in the midst of doing this. This is what the children go through. They go through hell before they get here. This isn't the only thing that happens to them. You've seen this before, you guys. With the heart on the top, these are the machines. This is what's attached to them. This is right in the video. This shoe here reminds me, these are the shoes on the kids. Really, really reminds me of the shoe that was found on property that, they're like, oh, I don't know if Tim Mullen had it, David Dotson, Benny Keys, or Ernie. Someone had the shoe. It screams this shoe to me. It reminds me of these shoes. But this little boy, to me, represents Michael Vaughn. And As this proceeds, it gets dirtier, it gets bloodier, and the elements show up so clearly. So clearly. At the very first day, on June 6th, on June 15th, the night of, Jody Sue Brown put these green faces in the sky. I'm like, June 15th, she said that she's videotaping helicopters, which they were not helicopters that night doing that, because I called and asked, over the Wells house, and these green faces were all over her video. These. Okay? These are the green faces that show up at the vigils as they take the child out. They want to be an adult. Quote unquote from Arbania, Pepion. They want to be an adult. This green face is part of the ceremony. This green face is the green face that shows up at this ceremony. What you're looking at all the way to the left-hand side is a child that's about to go through all the horrific things that Arbania told us they go through in order for the green face to become an adult. This is pain. This is a sacrifice. Correct. Lori Vallow said he was even engaged. When she said he was engaged, what she meant is he's getting married. They pair him off like marriages, you guys. They pair him off. See the green face and the V on the top? Those are, you see that? Those are her, that girl. Those are her trophies. Those are her trophies, just like I showed you here in the beginning with Tim Mullen with Summer's trophies. Right here. These are that. They don't change. The only thing that changes is the human. It's just another victim. You see? It's just another victim. These are, let me turn this. This girl, hers are all the way up on the left-hand side. That is this. Summers. These are the same. Those are the same. So, as they shift and try to hide all of this stuff, you can't hide it anymore because we've already collected it all. You're too late. You see? This little girl has trophies just like Summer. They don't change. They stay the same. Same. So no matter what deep fake you put in, because you guys have to show your shit out loud, I'm going to find it. Period. This is what goes on the head. This here is someone that is a victim. And there's the L on this person's head. So what's on this person's head, I told you there's more than just Summer. There's more, there's like a bunch of kids. Is the same as this. They're showing it. They're showing it loud and proud. These are the green faces that showed up on June 15th, the night of, and it was in Jody Sue Brown's video. There's no difference between the faces that she showed, and they showed the faces on June 15th. Why? Because that's the night that her spirit became an adult. This night at Warriors, her spirit became an adult. This is what all of this is, you guys. It goes back to the original week, the first week, the first grouping of stories, the first people on site, the first ones to cover this, the first ones to cover it had all of the information we needed. And I grabbed it. I grabbed it. The green face is in the trees here, and that's what I blew up. What you see here is Summer Moon Wells's vigil. Summer Moon Wells's sacrifice. They showed it from day one. Turn this shit upside down. Watch. This here is upside down. Right here is what I'm about to show you in this video. These things. These things. Right here. This right here. Motherfuckers. Is that your vigil? Let me crop it a little. This here. And I said it 2 years ago. I'm like, those are her boxes. Like those are her boxes. Goes back to day one. These are her boxes. This is Summer Moon. Watch. There's the green face. This is at the water. Those are her boxes. The same as day number 1. The same damn thing. Now let me go backwards. Green face at this vigil. Green face. June 15th, and that is also over the water. This here is what shows up in the Idaho 4 in Maddie's Facebook page. Maddie's Facebook page only has 6 photos. Maddie from the Idaho 4. One of those photos is this thing. It's at this vigil. That is at Maddie's, one of the 6. Why? Because it's part of the sacrifice. Let me see. Oh my God, I have thousands of pictures of these guys. Way too many. The Idaho 4, oh my God, you guys. It's absolutely ridiculous how much information they show that is identical to Summer Moon Wells' missing children. And it's not even being talked about. It's not even being brought up. And there's a trial coming in October. I mean, what you're seeing here is the Idaho 4. This is what I'm showing you. That is what I'm showing you. That's exactly what they're doing. It all matches up. That matches up. This is a photo from this vigil. This is their water. And in the water are the same white boxes as shown from day number 1. Let me grab a better photo for you. Here. This here is the same as this. Let me put them on top of each other. 26. So these boxes go in the water, just like I said. But these are just parts of what they do. This isn't like, but these could be found. They're in the water. These boxes are the same. Do you guys understand that this is the same location? They're supposed to be at this same water park. I don't care if they deep faked into a different water park. They're saying it's the same spot. They're saying that they're standing in the same spot because the vigil is at the same spot they're saying she last played. How do they know she last played there? They're like saying, oh, this is where she last walked. This is where she last played. How do they know that? They don't know that, but they're saying it. This is the trail she last walked. No, she didn't. This is the park she last played at. Well, she was supposed to be playing at her house, right? But they don't say that. These are the same. And that's the park that I first got all this information from. I said that everything that you see in this photo is Summer Moon Wells' sacrifice. I said that over 2 years ago. Over 2 years ago. They're holding her box. You guys, these are trophies. These are boxes. This is the clear box. It's right there. These are boxes that hold certain things that are trophies to them that every sacrifice knows of. I don't know exactly what it does. I just know it's there. They show the doorways. They show the holes in the ground. They show the boxes. They show maroon boxes. They show it all. The door opens and closes. They show the doorway that opens and then it closes. That is nothing more than Summer Moon's house. That is like where she goes. I am telling you that this is her story with photos to tell it. There are photos to tell her story. This is Summer Moon right in front of you. You may not see her. I do. I see her. She's not alone. This is very dark. This is underground. This is underground. This is dark, and the green face is all the way up top. How do I know that? Because it matches June 15th, exactly what Jody Sue showed us. That there, all the way underneath the word vigil, are these things. There is nothing you can show that I won't see. Why? Because all of this right here in the dark, the darkness, is Summer Moon. This here is Summer Moon's story. There's the V. And that's the sacrifice. I'm not going to be the asshole that decides to look at the Paw Patrol. Oh, look at the Paw Patrol. Guess what? That's a distraction. Because that right there is what's in all the sacrifices. This V right here is in all the sacrifices. All of this. So you cannot distract me. It's all there within the darkness, in the little corners of darkness that I have said is the most important. This right here, right at the left-hand one, go right above the neon one you want us to look at. These are the critters that fly around and scream sacrifice. That is what the children know of. That is what I have been showing for over 2 years. Where's that? It's right here. Look. They don't want you to see it. That little thing right above this guy. Right above him. That's the most important part of the story. What's around the hand is the most important part of the story. That is the equipment. I know that. I'm not getting distracted by looking at the Paw Patrol. I know what's right in front of us. How? Because I've been looking at it for over 2 years. Within the layers is the story of Summer Moon. We have more than one child here. We have Summer Moon, and I believe that we also have Michael Vaughn, along with other kids. This is the story of SUMMERWELLS missing children. Why do I keep saying that? Because it gives the kids justice. It gives them justice when I say it. Because in those moments, I am acknowledging it. There's a damn white truck that I just showed you a second ago. In Nana's, remember I told you that white truck? I just showed that to you in Nana's video. This white truck all the way back here. It's in all the freaking videos. Let me show you. I just showed this to you in Nana's. This. I just said that freaking white truck. I just showed that to you. Where's the picture? I just showed that. Shit. I just said they're showing that white truck again. Let me find it. The heck? Yeah, these kids are in trouble. These kids, they need help. Here it is. They just said there's that white truck. See? This is what shows all the time. This thing. This is what's in Nana's video. Because this is in Nana's video right here that the kid showed. I just showed it in the beginning of this video. It always has that shit on the back. It just matches, and that's what it looks like every time. Oh, there's a man standing on that truck. Well, look at that. I know who this girl looks like now. She looks like the girl in these videos I get. Yeah. Now I recognize her. She crosses over her videos with Nana's. So, like I said, those trucks are important. And the faces coming out of this vigil are faces that show throughout brighten it up. Let me see if I could contrast it. I can't do much with this, but you guys have seen this face before. It's like a duck or a chicken or the fuck knows. Like right there. You've seen this before. It's a mask. There's the red-headed guy. There's the red-headed guy. So this is underground. These sacrifices are being videotaped. They're being videotaped and they're being shown somewhere. But the people here have masks on their faces. They're underground. They have weapons. They have knives. They have weapons. And this is true. This is a true underground sacrifice. I don't know what else to say, but it is very clear. And those are weapons. It's dirty. It's cold. It's underground. And there's the green face. This is SUMMERWELLs'. I'll try to make it bigger. This here, they're being marched. This here, they're laying in a bed thing, like in their basket. This is what it looks like. Wait. Try to lower the contrast. Oh, you know what? I'm bringing the contrast up a little. That's what I did. So the white part, this is the basket that's being carried. And this is the green head. This is the little head that I just showed you over here. So this is the same thing as, this is the sacrifice I just told you. Wait. So in the picture where I said, oh, the most important information is in the blackness, and I said, oh, that's the sacrifice. This here is the same thing as I just showed you here. They're in the basket. They're being carried. They're being carried. And this is the best to my ability that I could show it without screwing up the photo. But this is underground, and there's a lot of horrific shit going on here. A lot of pain. And the FBI and the police department could get into these photos so they could see. I don't have that technology, but this is this is a lot of pain. That right there that he's holding, I showed this the other day, that is the equipment. And what you're seeing here is nothing more than pieces of the sacrifice. Let me show you something. Let me crop this. I'm going to show you how this matches. I just told you a moment ago how I pegged this here as Summer's. Let me turn it upside down. Yeah. This here, I just showed you. And I said, this is Summers. I turned it upside down, and that stuff in the water, which is right there by the white boxes, is important. Those little, it's what's left of the box, basically. It's what's left of the maroon box with the clear stuff. This. Right here. This here is the same location as this here. This here is showing the same information, you see. All they're doing is showing it in a different video. This is just happens to be a video of the vigil being shown a different way, right? This here, what's behind the red-headed guy, is the same thing. This winds up in the water. See that? That's the maroon house. Like this shit winds up in the water. This is the same location. Same location. They use these guys a lot. I've got, thank you for all of the emails with the guy that's no hair on his head. There's a lot of photos that match his face that I have. I mean, like literally match his face. We do. We have a lot of photos. That's up to the authorities to ask for it or to look in the videos. But this here is the sacrifice. This is the night of her sacrifice. These are all of pieces of the equipment. Everything in here. Everything in here. I'm telling you, all the way back, the maroon, like even look back in the greenery. Everything in here. That piece of equipment, you guys, is the same freaking phone shit that they're holding in the Idaho 4 and all the other cases. It's the same information. Nothing's changing. That box shit is the same information. It's the same. It's the equipment. They're holding it. And I don't know why that red dude keeps popping up everywhere. Here you go. They have this stuff on their face, middle photo. What he is showing you all the way to the right is what I showed you from the video of cracking cases walking around the Wells house by the bus. Remember, I'm like, oh my God, that goes back. That's the same kind of a thing he was showing by the bus. This here is a doorway. Whatever we're looking at, wherever this is a doorway. This goes down under. This goes down under. The authorities could find Summer. These are holes in the ground with the doorway. if they wanted to, they could go find her. Just ask who made the video, where is that hole in the ground? It's right there. You want to find her, you just have to go ask. Hi, here's the hole in the ground. Can you please show me where this hole in the ground is? That are surrounded by all the elements of Summer Moon Wells? That's simple. You want to bring her home, go here. Go right here. Right here. It seriously isn't that complicated. Oh, these got really dark. That man back there has a thing on his head, but it got really weird looking, but this is underground, you guys. They are in a tunnel. They have gone in the tunnel. That the entranceway is here, and they are in the tunnel with their lights. They are down under. They are now under. This is in a tunnel. This is no longer on like ground. This is under. This is a sacrifice. It's being filmed, like I said before. They're just standing there watching. That is a child underground. You guys, when I tell you that this is fucking disgusting and this is where it is, and if the police don't do shit about this, then there must be part of it. Thank you, Crystal, for that super sticker. Thank you. Thank you so much. This here is evidence in a photo. To me, this is like a Michael van. They are going towards this child. Their feet are pointed towards the child. You understand that this is a sacrifice. This feels like a Michael van, like a little boy. He is walking towards the child. The feet are towards the child. Right here. They are lined up. They're lined up. Why is it that nobody within the authorities could take this shit and go find them? Go find him. These are sacrifices. The head is connected to something. You guys, this is down in a tunnel. This is the child's head. It's just a head right here. This is the child's head. This is an ear. The child's whole body, let me show you. It's right here. This is his head. This is the child. This is the child. The child is connected to the machine. This child is headed towards a sacrifice. This child is about to get exactly what our Bania Pepian said happens. Right there. Right there. And you could see that this is underground. This is what Arbania Pepian showed. This to me is the residue. This to me is what they want to go find. This winds up in the water. These are pieces called trophies. And they surface. They surface like pieces like this. This whole entire video shows so much information and so much pain. I believe that there are children with disabilities that are part of these sacrifices. Minorities, disabilities, children that they feel, I guess Lori Vallow said it. How'd she say it? A demon? Because they're not perfect. This is what this face looks like in this photo. This is at the sacrifice. So this is what this face looks like. To me, this is what they're doing to Summer Moon Wells missing children. And these photos aren't lying. And that's the mesh on the head. And these photos are telling the story of Summer Moon Wells. The outfit that was last seen was this color. This is her swing video, and the colors of this outfit are the same as the colors in this video. You know, coincidentally, nothing is a coincidence. You know that blanket that they found with the child in the garbage? And they're looking to see if it's got DNA on it from Summer. This is the color of the blanket, right? I believe it is. I think this is the color. But this is Summer Moon. This is when I grabbed these photos. They were from the first video. These videos were taken down along with the creators who had them. They disappeared really fast. And I think they disappeared because of the videos that they had. That's what I think. Because this here, I think this was from Tiffany Marie. This here were the first videos of summer. And that's where I found the fingers with the, this is where it showed the fingers with the pink nail polish and the one scrape, and that's when I heard Summer say she was raked. That's what she said, she was raked, I remember. And this is what was on here. It's that pointy finger. Here's that pointy fingernail. And we've seen these before. You've seen these fingers like this. Oh my God. There's that 5 that's hanging in the window of the Idaho 4. Remember I said it's in all of the cases? It's right on Summer. This is what's hanging in the window. It's hanging in Benny's car. Right above the finger. This thing. This. That. Let me take a screenshot. That's what's in the windows. So in the windows, it's turned this way. Let me show you. Let me open it up a little to make it a little bigger so you see it. It's the number 5, and it hangs in the window. There it is, right on her back. Look at the fingernails. See, that's one of the first things I noticed. That's the number 5. And this shows the children, and this is showing the equipment. It's showing that they're hiding beyond the leaves. What you see to the left is, to me, a Michael Vaughn. That's all that I feel is a Michael Vaughn energy right here. Right here, I'm going to crop it. And I'll put it in here right now. So the person in the red has a lot of power here. See, the equipment's on this person. That's the green face, and that's the child. And the child is standing on the same kind of a thing that they stand on when they do the dancing in the rain. And then that's a baby on the right hand side, right here. The baby in there. So, Summer Moon Wells Missing Children's Vigil. So I'm going to keep saying. There's the basket, the lit up basket with the little raccoon in it. Let me show you. This is the basket. Let me crop it. They have this in Kylie Rodney's video. I have tons of this with Kylie Rodney. Gabby Petito. These baskets with the heads in it. Those are the raccoon heads. They show up. So here is way back when I said that this was Summer and Michael. This is actually at Michael Vaughn's Vigil, and actually happens to be the same month. Now that I think about it, this happened in December, and the one we're looking at also happened in December, because they said it was 6 months after she went missing. So June, July, August, September, October. Yeah, this happened the same time. This is Michael Vaughn's. The information in here shows the same information. Like this here with the lights, the machines, the kids. Like this to me is the same thing that's going on at the water. It's not different. Like this is all happening at the same location. It has the same equipment. So you just look at the equipment and you look at the elements. You don't look at anything further because it's deep faked. See how this here has the horse to the right? That's the horse. And at the swimming hole, this, when I say this is a sacrifice and it's happening in that video, this is what's happening in that video. This. They show this, it got a little weird, but they show this as reflection in the water. Now, this reflection in the water that they happen to be showing here is the same reflection in the water that Candace and the interview room show when they're standing by the water. Wait, when you told us about that dream you had in your arms. Oh, I don't remember. Look at the reflections in this water. It's telling the story. And what I do know is that the interview room's videos have the same information. What I do know is that he tells the same story in his videos. Is that when Candace is standing by the water, the same reflections show up. These are sacrifices. These are elements, and they're telling the story of Summer Wells. And they match the people's faces. And this is what it looks like. This is what happened in the water. There's people here with masks on their faces that take the children. This is the story of Summer Moon, Utah Wells. Here, I'm gonna change the lighting a little. See that the face on the bottom right here? Then up here, and then a little one here. And the other side is more of a chipmunk face. Wait. Here's the other side. So that's this side. So the right side is this. And it tells a different story. There's Paw Patrol. Right there. See Paw Patrol? There's Paw Patrol. So they're telling, here I'm going to zoom into Paw Patrol. They're telling Summer Moon's story. Why the fuck would they be telling the story in the water if she's not in the water? She's was placed in the water right here by that tree. They're telling you so. They're telling you. This is by the tree. The law enforcement could go fucking find this shit. It's not just anything. It's Paw Patrol. With smiley face. Seriously? Like, go get her. These are the two children that show up in the chair. These are two different children with two different stories being told. There are two children here. But this is her chair. This is her chair. It's all here. It's all here within this sacrifice. This is Summer Moon Wells's Vigil sacrifice. Everything here tells her story. All of it. Summer Moon and Michael Vaughn, to me, went together. These little symbols in the back here represent the sacrifices. To me, that's Summer Moon and Don Wells. That's how I feel. And they showed exactly where you could go find her right here. Right here. This is the hole in the ground. Right here. They showed it to you. Day one. Day one. So why is it that no one could figure out where to go dig or where to go get her when it is being shown to you? It's being shown to us. There is no difference between what they're showing there and what they're showing here. they're showing you the way to go find Summer. Period. They're showing you where to go get her, where to go find her, where to go dig. They showed it day one. They showed it day one in the waterhole videos. You could go get her. You could go get her. The authority could go find her. I mean, seriously, 1 + 1 is 2. She's under there. This is under the holes that they're showing you. This is what's going on under the holes. I showed you these matched earlier. These are the same things. These are the same pieces of equipment. You need to look at the feet. You know, those are the feet that I showed you were in the Dancing with the Rain. The feet get stuck in the mud, and all this is showing you is the same situation. These people are captured. And this video really shows a lot of information. I would suggest to go back to the beginning photos, all the way to the beginning. You could go to one of my very first videos and it shows you information that doesn't exist anymore. But when you go backwards, you see that nothing has changed. They're just repeating. The same elements, the same story, the same channels, the same. This one has fake skin on her. Right there. Kind of showed you these in the beginning, that's why I'm flipping through them. But really pay attention and really notice. These children are being sacrificed. They have little emblems on them. Summer Moon has the little emblem. Michael Vaughn has a demon face. They have these things that are on them like a game. They are playing a game, and this is what shows up. Summer has a little Paw Patrol. The little boy has something else. That's all it is. It's not complicated. It hasn't changed. All of this has stayed the same. All of this. They're underground. That's Summer. I mean, this video has so much information that goes through the whole entire sacrifice. I am not really quite sure what else to say about this. The members in the video are holding the elements in which show up. Here's Enan. Enon. Same elements. All he does is show them in his fire. They're the same faces. Oh, they're the same faces. Same faces. Huh. This guy's face. This guy's face. Oh my God. Oh my God, it's this guy's face. You guys, it's this guy's face. Hear me when I said it came out. I'm like, they have the same faces. See, that's how spirit works. These are the same guys. See, when I do this, I have to listen really closely. These are the same faces. I feel it. I just felt it in my heart. Like I just felt it. Like I know I'm right. Wait, let me brighten this up a little. Contrast. Holy shit. This guy's face is a match. Holy shit. This is a match to me. I'm sorry, but this is a match. This is whose eyes I've been looking at. See, see how that's not Enon? That face shows up in his video. Oh, wow. See the eye and the eyebrow? The bushy eyebrow and the eyes? This is this guy's face. I'm telling you. Do you guys see what I'm talking about? Right here. Right here is the same. See that? That's a match to me. It's a match to me. And this is what shows up in the white pieces on like Ryan Upchurch's property. Those are the little just emblems, symbols. I don't know why I threw that in there. The faces that I show you all the way years back that turn white and have that stuff on it is what shows up in these videos. That's the same thing that they have used years and years ago. What you see here is the same concept. Right here is the same concept. Let me crop his face out. Right here. This is Robert Vaughn's video. See, this is the same concept that is going on over here. Let me brighten it up. And here you see, I think you see the basket. Oh yeah, you see the basket connected to him. See how they all have these baskets? So this is the same thing as this. See the basket around his neck? This guy's in the chair. This is a whole situation. Look at that. Look at that. It's a whole situation. So, like, it's in the darkness, right? Look at that. How weird is that? Come on, you guys. It's weird. And here's the number 5 right over here. This is the 5 that's in the window of the Idaho 4. And what I just showed you, that's the 5 that's with Summer, with the V. So this is the whole situation. There's the 5 with the V. There's the head with a freaking basket. And he's sitting in a chair. See? See? Once you have the elements down, it's not that complicated. These are equipment pieces. They're just pieces of the equipment. And this is what showed in Candace in the interview room, in their water, of their reflection. See the V? This is what's in this video, and it shows that that box is in the water. Right here, it shows that it's in the water. You understand that this is evidence to me that this shit could be found in the water. Because this is the box that everyone has. Everyone has, let me brighten this up. This box. And it winds up in the water. But here it is at this vigil, reflecting in the water. It's the clear box with the V. Right there. And that is what's in Tim Mullen's backseat of his car. Do you guys understand that Tim Mullen shows the V that's in the water in his car? This here is that. So this is the day. This is the day. I kept this. This is the day, you guys remember, whoever's been with me, of the bread making. And at the end of the bread making, he goes to his car and he shows this in the backseat of his fucking car. Right? Right? All he's showing is money in a basket. Now that I kept that, you could see those are these in the reflection of his window. So all the way on top, that's still in his video. You understand? That's in his video. I kept it. I'm like, that's weird. I see the V's. And here they are. Let me make it a little brighter. This here is what is in the water connected to those pieces that winds up in the water. This here is what's in Tim Mullen's trunk of his car. Goes back to Tim Mullen. This is in Tim Mullen's car. This is this. as well as those pieces that wind up behind the guy in the red here. Wait. In the bushes, because that goes in the water, right? Here he is. That is... Come on, where are you? Here it is. Those little wiry things are this. This is all the same stuff, you guys. This is all the same shit. This here, I'm sure you could find the 5 and the V and all that in here, is this and this. All of it is in the trunk of Tim Mullen's car at the end of the video of the bread making. Bingo is what I say. It's all the same. And you want to know what? That's probably the maroon box, for all we know. But the back of his seat of his car looks really weird, right? You see the unicorn head? You guys, I'm getting a headache. Yeah, Tim Mullen. And this is what's in the stick is always shown in Don Wells's backyard. Look at Don Wells here. That's the Idaho 4 to the right. I want to show you that what's going on there is the same thing I've been showing you all night. This is the same stuff I've been showing you all night. And here in the fisherman's boat is your yellow box. Here's the box that showed up on the Wells house, and then it shows up other places, and here it now is in the water. This here, what you're looking at, is nothing more than trophies. And these trophies are being moved by the boat. These are photos I just want to show you that I got from way in the beginning from Harmony Montgomery's is here, and most of other ones are Summers, as well as some from the YouTube people I follow. These are part of the equipment that I've been showing you all night that I collected pretty much the first week. I'm like, these are elements, and I'm holding on to them. Right here is what's on the faces, the heads. This is what I just showed you in the Vigils. So this just shows it a little clearer. This is what they have on their heads and on their necks. It's right there. That there was in one of Summer's videos. And the one in the middle is from Harmony Montgomery's Vigil. Most of the Vigils in the cases that I cover, they have the same information. You know, and then Grandis had the same stuff on her head. That's a child. But this kind of equipment that I showed you all night is what I've been following. And it winds up, a lot of these little pieces here are trophies of Summers that wind up in the tree. And this is what they go collect and find. And I think that's what they mean by bringing her home. When they say we're going to find you, I think that they're finding pieces of her to replant for the resurrection or something. I don't know. But these are pieces called trophies. These are trophies of her. That's all this is. But they show it. They show it. I have a few more pages and I'm done, you guys. This here is what floats in the water and they go find it. These are pieces of what's remaining. To the left is one of my very first photos that I collected from Appalachian Fairground. I believe that this is underground and this is part of the collection of whatever they're collecting. Those are the boxes. This is where they move. They move them. I do believe the fairgrounds have a big part to do with it. And this is Summer and the little girl that she's with. The picture to the left is what these wood pieces look like when they let them go into the water after what I just showed you. I just called and told you it's the sacrifice. This is what shifts away in the water. And I do believe that that picture of Summer is one of her very last photos. I do feel that full-heartedly. This here is the end of the sacrifice. Right here. And that's Summer in the water. That's Summer in the water, you guys. This was one of the photos that I kept as one of her photos that when Arbania says they make them walk into the water, this comes from Summer's video of the water hole. And to me, this is Summer. Right there. This was in the smallest little corner. But I believe that this is a real photo of Summer walking into the water after she goes through that horrific sacrifice. Horrific. And that is, this little photo was found. These little pictures here came from the waterhole video, but these were the smallest of the smallest little frames of Summer Moon. And now that I showed you this presentation, you see that this makes sense. And it makes sense that she was in those waters with those pieces of wood that they keep fucking looking at in the water. You guys, it's the same wood pieces that are in all the videos. It's always in the back of the videos. They stick out of the water. The reason it's there is because it symbolizes summer. It's summer. Those are Summer's pieces of wood. And all of this makes sense. These are all photos that originate and come from the story I just told you. All of this. The Idaho 4, Kylie Rodney, the photos, nothing is different. This is all the same information. The children all have backpacks. They all start out just like this. They have a backpack, they have a blanket, they have PJs, they have a toy, and they are taken away. They are taken away. The photo to the right is from the slip and slide video that it no longer exists on any videos because they took them down. Well, now you could understand what this is. They took them down because it tells the truth. They're not on a slip and slide. They're not in their backyard. They're in the mud down under. In the mud down under. This little child never, ever, ever got what he deserved. He got no justice. That little teeny critter is one of those little teeny objects and elements that I have been following since Summer Moon Wells showed it on her head. Quentin had it right there. Right there. Right in the news. Right in news number 5. The V in his eye. No one gives a rat's ass that Jody Sue Brown shows it on her glasses much of the time. These are critters. This is the same critter. By me saying this, it brings justice to this little boy. Summer Moon Wells and Michael Vaughn were together. These photos of Michael Vaughn, they're together. There's no difference from the photo that I'm showing you all the way to the left than the photos that I just showed you tonight. These kids went through the same sacrifices, they went through the same torment, and they went through it together. The child here in Michael Vaughn's video is covered like that. Michael Vaughn in this video, and no one gave a shit, his eye is completely bruised up. This is what's in this video that was marked never seen before video. Summer Moon Wells' picture in this video is a product of this sacrifice. Her eye is gone. This is not her. This is an image of what she used to look like. These kids were all together, you guys. They were all together. And let me tell you something. No one is stopping. No one is looking at the pieces right in front of them. Zip ties showed up all over the Idaho 4. Why the fuck haven't they looked at this? Really? No one is looking at the elements. These are photos that Andrew Hilt doesn't have up anymore. This is a child. That is a zip tie around the neck. Really? There's a little boy on his other side of him too, and look what's in his ear. An element. These are elements that we've been looking at, you guys, for over 2 years. These are elements that continuously show up over and over. The problem is no authority is giving a shit to look. This here is what this child looks like. What's around his neck and what's on her goddamn head is what I just showed you. Over and over for 2 hours and 27 minutes. It's time. It's time to bring justice home. It's time to do something. If no one knows who Andrew Hilt is, he's the father of the son that was with Summer when she went missing, allegedly. To all the children that are looking for justice, to all the SUMMERWELLS, to all of the victims I have brought up and discussed, may justice come real soon. May these stories that come through make a difference and bring justice home. SUMMERWELLS has made a full circle. She has gone all the way around her information and has come back home. She's come back home with her information. We started with nothing. I started with a hello. And we're right back where we started. There is a reason for it. There's enough information to go dig in the hole. On that note, you guys, I am calling it complete. Go look at the moon. The moon, I hear, is amazing. I'm going to go look at it right now. I love you all. God bless you all. Muffin Top Fantastic. All of my subscribers and my members and everyone. And thank you for that super sticker. That was really, really sweet. You guys, like I say every time, you fill me. You keep me going. You give me the energy and the motivation to keep coming back. I love you all. God bless you all. And may justice come to these children. Good night, guys.